What is up, you guys? It is me, Roger Spice, here today, hosting for the Roman and Spice YouTube channel. How are you doing, bitch? First of all, if you would like to like today's video, leave a comment if you want to, share the video if you want to, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are currently subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit the notification bell, therefore you will be informed whenever this finance bitch over here, motherfucker, when I upload. So yeah. Okay, but in all seriousness, currently the world is going through a pandemic, COVID-19, and I just want to acknowledge that in this video and say that we can beat this, and let's pull together and let's support each other, and let's, stop stockpiling, stop fighting over toilet rolls, stop being stupid, stop going outside when you're being told to stay inside. Use your brains, let's use common sense, let's be sensible, let's be adults. This isn't a joke. The government aren't putting out these warnings, and currently they put us on lockdown. It was, I think, last night they put us on lockdown. And I just think that, there's still people going out. It was the other day, there was people, I think it was right before lockdown, there was people still out on the beach, like huge groups of people. Like, you're told to stand a certain distance away from each other, so avoid, close slash physical contact slash direct contact. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's so stupid that people aren't listening to this advice. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, the government aren't putting out these warnings and these signs, and they're not putting out all this news coverage, etc., so on and so forth. They're not doing it for shits and giggles. They're doing it because this is a genuine worldwide, becoming a genuine worldwide problem. There's a few countries that are in lockdown. There's people that are dying every single day because of this virus. It's not a joke. And my advice is, please stay inside until you are told by the government that you can leave. And I know you guys don't want to stay in for like 3 to 6 months, but what you guys need to realize is this is for our safety and everybody else's safety, and your family's safety, your kids' safety, your mum's safety. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody's safety. So we need to all stick together and follow the rules, regulations. Wash your hands regularly. You know what I mean? Don't get too close to people. If you cough, cough into your arm. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself, and please, please, please be sensible. Make decisions that are mature. Make decisions that are sensible, and please don't be stupid. This is no joke. COVID-19 is not a joke. The government aren't putting all this money, effort, work into it to help people and save people and prevent deaths. They're not doing it for a joke. It's not shits and giggles, it's serious. So come on, guys, let's just be serious. Let's be serious, let's be sensible, and let's be mature, please. Okay, anyways, moving on. You guys wanted me today to do a video talking about the current YouTube drama that is going on, because there has been a shit ton of it going on. And honestly, a lot of it I'm tired of, a lot of influencers. I'm over. But yeah, I wrote down a few notes on my laptop, and I'm just gonna go through them and talk to you guys, give you guys the rundown of the situation, the drama, the tea, what went down, my opinion, and maybe some tea may be spilled in this video. Trisha Paytas blocked me. But yeah, some, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about Nikita Dragon. If you don't know who Nikita Dragon is, she is a influencer who works in the beauty influencer department on YouTube. She's also a trans woman. She's also a woman of color. She's done things like modeling. She's been in music videos. She's been in huge makeup campaigns, e.g. Jeffree Star's makeup campaign. She's quite a big name, especially in the YouTube / beauty community. So very briefly, I just want to talk about Nikita's pop-up shop. I think we all saw that video of, because you look at Nikita's social media, like her Instagram, her Twitter, so on and so forth, she's got like hundreds of thousands of followers. And then you see her plan this event, this pop-up shop, to this makeup shop. She's opening up her Dragon Beauty shop. You would think, e.g. like Jeffree Star when he opened up with Morphe, or Jacqueline Hill, you know, they had these big celebrations. They had fans super excited. Tons of people turned up to Jeffrey's opening for Morphe. If you guys remember that video, you can go on his channel and have a look. Yeah, but with Nikita, it was a little bit weird. She, you know, if you guys saw the video, I mean, fucking hell, it was tragic. She came out of the elevator and there was literally no one there. Like, it was crickets and tumbleweed. We all know about that. So that got me thinking, is she like low-key buying followers, or is she low-key like, I don't know. Something's not adding up, because if you got like hundreds of thousands of followers on like your socials, why is nobody showing up to your pop-up shop? Like, look at Jacqueline Hill, look at Jeffree Star, look at Manny MUA, look at Alyssa Ashley, look at Jackie Aina, look at those kinds of people, you know what I mean? They all had people show up and fans be excited for their makeup launches. However, Nikita had crickets and tumbleweed at her pop-up shop. Not only that, when people started to receive the makeup, they said that it looked very basic, it looked cheap. The actual makeup product itself was very patchy, it was very chalky, it was just nah. A lot of people weren't feeling it. So Nikita was criticised for that. And rightly so, because if you put out a product and it's your brand, Dragon Beauty, obviously it's Nikita Dragon's brand, and you put out a product and it's of not the best quality, it's patchy, it's chalky, it's shit basically. You know, you're responsible for that. Same thing, like if we all remember when Jacqueline Hill released her lipsticks and everybody went mad because her lipsticks were awful. Jacqueline Hill was to blame for that in a sense, because it's Jacqueline Hill's brand. You know what I'm saying? So it was the same for Nikita. So I agree with that. Also, this is really random, but I switched my hair up a little bit. I changed the colour of my weave. The same extension company, if you guys are interested, I will link them down below. But yeah, I thought I'd switch it up a bit, and I have not stopped getting complimented on this hair. Like, it's so nice. It's so nice. I think it looks so nice because it's so thick. Like, this is like just the front. Like, I've got all this in the back. Like, I don't know. I just thought I'd come on and tell you about my weave. Yeah, quick story time. The other day, I'm a smoker, right? So the other day I was lighting a fag, as you do, and I had my weave out. You know, this is like 26, 28 inches. And I lit my lighter, and literally my whole weave just went like caught fire, and I was like, oh motherfucker, no. But like, thank God my weave is okay, because, you know, when I don't have weaving, I feel bald, and I'm like, no. Anyway, I'm yapping on. Let's get on to the video. Okay, so here is the next drama involving Nikita Dragon that I think is just, I think she's so ignorant. Nikita posted a story on her Instagram. I'm not entirely sure when. You guys can go and check it out on YouTube. There's plenty of videos about that. And in the video, Nikita was wearing a do-rag, also known as a headscarf. You guys may have seen me wear them. Can I just interrupt and say that personally, I do wear do-rags and headscarves because I wear lace front wigs and I glue my wigs down, I wear a weave, so on and so forth. But I just want to say, I don't really post myself wearing do-rags or headscarves because personally, I don't want to offend anybody. I think I've only posted like one picture of me wearing a do-rag, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not something I'm constantly doing. I may post again in the future me wearing a do-rag, but like, I'm not doing it to be offensive, you know what I'm saying? Same way when I wear my wigs and I wear my weaves, I'm not doing it to be offensive. I'm doing it because it's something I genuinely like. I understand the culture. And Nikita Dragon, obviously, it wasn't so much the fact that she was wearing a do-rag in that situation or a headscarf. It was more of the fact that she also had a filter on her face which contained a visibly darker colour. So she looked pretty much like she was mixed race, light skinned, of some kind of African American / black descent. You know what I mean? So a lot of people were mad at that, and then she posted some bullshit apology that got a lot of people really mad. They was like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? It came off like when I was watching the videos and I saw her tweet, it personally to me came off like she didn't give a fuck. Like she was just like, whatever. Like, she could, because Nikita is trying to, give you guys the fantasy. This is what Nikita is known for. She is dragon beauty, fantasy and sexy and, long hair and big butt and, she walks like Naomi Campbell and so on and so forth. But I just think that for Nikita, it's a bad look. And then also she tried to educate people on what a do-rag and a do-rag, sorry, slash headscarf was used for. Now, a do-rag and headscarf is typically common and found a lot in African American slash black culture and history, if you guys do the research. And they have been wearing do-rag slash headscarves for hundreds of thousands of years. And it's something very, symbolic to their culture. You have to respect that. If you guys remember I can't remember what video, but I explained why I wear this on my head. I wear it for fashion. I'm not wearing this to be offensive. You know what I mean? And I have no problem clarifying why I do stuff and being honest. You know what I mean? I think if Nikita just sat down and said, listen, I wore my do-rag because I liked my do-rag on my head. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just if she was just honest and just said why she did it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm honest and I say, listen, I wear wigs, weaves, but I'm not trying to offend you. I wear stuff on my face like face jewelry, but I'm not trying to be offensive. I just think it looks really cute there and there and there sometimes, you know what I mean? If you've noticed, it'll always be around this area I place them. I'm not trying to be offensive. And I think if Nikita came out and just said, listen, y'all, this is what I just like braids, I just like wearing do-rags, I'm very sorry as well, that she should say, I'm very sorry, I was trying to educate you guys on something that I had no right to. And, in my opinion, that made her look not only stupid, but ignorant. Ignorant doesn't mean stupid, ignorant means lack of information. It made her look also like she really didn't care and put herself once again in a dark light. And she wonders why people are kind of starting to get over her now. They're starting to have, the fantasy is starting to fade the fuck out, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, back to my personal opinion. Nikita would look better apologising genuinely and authentically. And also I just want to say that Nikita, in my personal opinion, she's giving you guys the fantasy. That's what she became famous for. The fantasy, the sexy look. And you know what I mean? She has developed a big ego, and her ego has gotten to that point where it's massive. And basically, what I like to quote it as, she's got a massive ego and small brain. So, i.e., the pop up shop, on social media and stuff like that, she'd be acting like she popping all the time, and she's living this beautiful, wonderful, amazing life. And she's got that sass to her that a lot of people like and find entertaining, which I do myself. I find Nikita Dragon low-key entertaining, even though I don't watch her that much. It's rare that I do. No tea, no shade, just honesty. But I think that Nikita needs to just, come out and say, I'm sorry I offended you guys. Da, 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 da. But to me, it's like she won't do that because you guys want the fantasy. You want Nikita Dragon. You want the extra. You want the over the topness. You want the fantasy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wish her the best of luck, and I hope that she does resolve the situation, or at least grow and learn from it. And on to the next story, because this some bullshit. Okay, so a lot of people have also been wondering about Nikita's reality show. Basically, I think it's 2 episodes that have come out, and a lot of people. Sorry, I have a candle lit. A lot of people are wondering about Nikita's reality show, and like, you know what I mean. It looks scripted. I personally only watched the trailer. I'm not a big Nikita Dragon fan. I can hold my hands up and say I've never actually watched a full Nikita Dragon video. Shoot me, I guess. Um, but yeah, I just think that giving her a reality show. I mean, I was watching the trailer and you could just tell instantly it was so scripted, and it was Nikita giving you guys the fantasy once again. She was being extra dramatic, throwing stuff at somebody at one point. I think she like threw a drink at someone and she was like storming out, you know, like. And that's what you guys want, but then you guys criticize her for it. I don't get it. But in my opinion, I think she needs to take some time out to discover herself and stop being so extra, because people are getting to that point where they're over it now. They don't want to entertain it. The same thing with Trisha Paytas. They're getting over it now. The public are like, right, we've seen this enough now. It's time to, you know what I mean, switch it up a little bit. And I agree. Let's get the negativity out and let's get some positivity in. Let's start getting these younger influencers up and popping. I mean, a lot of people are obsessed with TikTok at the minute. I still, to this day, haven't downloaded it. No intention on downloading it, but I will say this: like, I think that people on YouTube should should be popping the way that people are popping on TikTok, because we on YouTube work our asses off. And I understand that you guys on TikTok work your asses off too. But Jesus, we do like, did you guys know how long it took me to edit that story time about fake friends? It took me literally hours to do, you know what I mean? Hours of straight editing, hours of just, it was a whole lot of work. You know what I mean? And I think us young YouTubers are being kind of like pushed to one side because TikTok is the new thing. Same with Twitter, like you never see like Twitter really, really popping these days. You never see um, Snapchat's starting to, you know, die down a bit. It's all Instagram and, you know, Facebook. A lot of people don't use Facebook anymore. It's like TikTok, Instagram. I don't know what the fuck these kids use these days, but, you know, give us some recognition because we work our asses off too, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think giving Nikita Dragon a reality show is a joke. Like, you could have given someone like Shane Dawson a reality show, and bitch, I would have tuned in for that shit. And I can openly admit I haven't watched a full Shane Dawson video, no tea, no shade, because I think he's so lovely and so cute. He's actually real handsome. But I haven't really watched a full Shane Dawson video, but I think he's a really cool guy. I think he's funny, he seems sweet, he seems like a lover. He seems like, you know, somebody that if he had a reality show would be interested. You know what I mean? He's got a huge fan base. So you're giving like Nikita Dragon a reality show versus Shane Dawson or like Jeffree Star or like Jacqueline Hill, like, you know, you could call it like Making It Through the Madness or something, or Keeping Up with Jacqueline Hill, you know what I mean? Something, you could have got somebody better than Nikita Dragon, because a lot of people don't like Nikita Dragon as well. A lot of people think she's doing way too much. She's all about clout chasing, she's all about attention, which I do agree on. But you know, hey, that's Nikita and that's who she is. That's how she became famous. That's how she rose to the top. And a lot of people's egos get to their head. And on to the next topic, because I am sick of talking about Nikita Dragon. So Nikita Avocado actually apologized. This was a few weeks ago, I believe, to Stephanie Sue and Zach Choi. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Nikita, I said it all along. He was a manipulator. He was somebody who was trying to cause unwanted, unasked for, unnecessary drama. I don't respect people like that. That instantly, I did like Nick at one point. Like, I used to sit there and buy, you know, like a huge scran or, you know, my Mama Spice, when she cooks, she does loads of food for everybody. So that I'd be eating my food, watching Nikita Avocado, you know what I mean? We'd be mukbanging together and shit. And then I kind of saw he has like a to me personally, like he has like a creepy vibe and just a vibe of like, I'm a watch you bitch type of vibe. I don't know, and I trust my gut because I can read people pretty well, like dead ass. Like, I can name you only 2 times I've been wrong about people. Just 2 times. Every other time that I can recall from memory has been right. So I'm a pretty good judge of character, you know what I'm saying? And I just think to go after somebody like Stephanie Sue and make up a bunch of lies, so on and so forth. That drama was intense, and then it got boring because it was dragging out and dragging out. And everybody, I saw a lot of comments saying, stop giving Nick attention, stop feeding into it. And these drama channels were obsessed over it. Like, they were like, oh my god, making videos every 5 seconds. And you know, that's, yeah, right too. If you want to do that, cool. If you love doing that, then hey, I love doing that too. But like, don't drag it out so much, because there was a lot of tea videos I watched that were so boring that had little tea, that were just people's opinions, which fair dues, it's YouTube, you can make whatever kind of content you want, I respect it, but, stop talking about Nikita Avocado. He apologized, and he's a manipulative ass motherfucker, and I said that all along. I don't know, I'm just good at reading people, I guess. And personally, I hope he has changed, or will change, or attend like therapy, or do something to improve himself and become a better person, because as much as I'm like not keen on him this like to this day, it's like I still see potential in him. You've got to give everybody a fair chance, haven't you? You've got to give. So some a lot of people say, oh, 2 strikes you're out, 3 strikes you're out. That's not realistic. Human beings aren't perfect, so we're going to repeatedly make mistakes in different scenarios, in different contexts, so on and so forth. So, we're always going to make mistakes. We're going to make more than 1 and 2 mistakes in our lifetime. So we have to learn how to forgive, adapt, move on, and learn how to live with the fact that, we're not dating somebody perfect. And that's just the reality of things. Humans make mistakes, you know what I mean? I don't know if that made sense, because I did go off on a bit of a tangent, but I hope I made sense there. But I do wish Nick the best, and I hope he does get some kind of help, because there is potential there. He's a pretty cool guy, and he does have a good sense of humour, and I'm not a hater. We all know this by now. I'm not a hater, but I think Nick is a really cool guy. I think he's funny, he's entertaining, he's good to watch. You know what I mean? He's a lot of things that I think that are cool, and that, he brings a lot of freshness to YouTube and a lot of personality. And he's had his ups and downs like everybody else has, so who am I to judge? Okay, so let's talk about Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas has come under fire for recently self-diagnosing herself with DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. She was literally crucified in the comments and on all kinds of social media. She literally self-diagnosed herself with something that I would say you would need to see a doctor about, and be examined about. And then not only that, she did call, is it dissociated? So she called somebody else crazy. If you guys look it up on YouTube, you can see it. She called somebody who actually suffers with DID, dissociative identity disorder, crazy. Now, if you have DID yourself, why are you bashing somebody else that has it? Why are you referring to them as crazy? It is not crazy that you have a mental health condition. Like me, for example, I have PD, which is psychotic depression. Now, you guys can Google that, look that up. You know what I mean? That doesn't make me crazy. That makes me just somebody that has, even when my anxiety, for example, I have severe anxiety. You know what I mean? That doesn't make me crazy. That doesn't make me weird. That just means, you know what I mean? I just have to adapt a bit more than you have to adapt, because I'm, you know what I mean, a nervous wreck, and I don't want to get depressed because, you know what I mean? It ain't cute. You know what I mean? And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be perfect. But Trisha, I think when I was watching the clips, I didn't watch the entire video, but I watched certain clips from drama channels. I think Trisha was clearly acting, and she then put out a video of like she caught her alters switching, which means basically her personality switching. If you guys look into DID, you will find out a little bit more about that. But it was like, to me personally, I could tell she was acting, and everybody was saying, stop giving Trisha attention. This is what she wants. She has been trolling for years, which is true. She has made videos like, I am gay, I am a chicken nugget, like what the fuck. A bunch of weird videos, and it is the most awful acting, and I don't know why people don't say this in videos. I don't know why drama channels don't say this, but it's the most awful acting I have ever seen in my life. Like, I could do a better job, and bitch, I don't even act, and I could do a better job. You know what I mean? So I just think people are stupid for giving her attention and making her, the center of what's going on, as well as COVID-19. You know what I mean? It's just like, stop giving this bitch attention. Like, come on, we all know Trisha Paytas by now. We all know how she plays this YouTube game. And we all know it's getting old. Like, kick the bitch out. Stop entertaining the bitch. Get some new bitches in. get some new, lively, fresh entertainment in, some genuine ass bitches in who care, aka me, and who make good content for you guys, and who want you guys to genuinely watch our content. And I personally want you to watch my content. You know, I'm not doing stuff for clout, I'm not doing stuff for views, I'm not coming on here saying, oh my god, I'm a Chinese, African American, Indian, Portuguese, Italian, you know what I mean? I'm not coming on being extra like that. I'm not doing clickbaity titles. I'm not doing like thumbnails, like, you know what I mean? Like drawing a picture of myself, like thumbnails like that, you know what I mean? I'm not doing all of that extra shit. I just think if you're coming on YouTube, be yourself. Be yourself. Like, you guys have done seen me stutter, you guys have done seen me get mad, you've seen me sad, you've seen me in all kinds of states. You guys know that I will just be honest with you, and to me, it's I'm just sitting down in front of a camera, and so I'm having a conversation with myself. But in my opinion, I think we all should get over Trisha. I stopped watching Trisha, I would say a good 8 months ago, 8, 9 months ago. She became really, to me, boring. And, you know, each to their own. Like I said before, YouTube is a platform where anyone can make any kind of content, so, but also freedom of speech. And in my opinion, she's boring, she's not entertaining. She has gone from being quite a cool YouTuber, someone who I used to enjoy, to being quite basic and boring and an attention seeker and a clout chaser, and I don't respect that, you know what I mean? Like, I like people that just keep it real. I mean, what's so hard about keeping it real? I don't get it. Okay, the final thing you guys want my opinion on is the James Charles and Jeffree Star compliment tweet, which basically consisted of James Charles collaborating with, I believe it's one of TikTok's most famous TikTokers, or whatever you call them, Charlie something. Her name's Charlie, I don't remember her full name. And James did her makeup. Obviously, James is a very talented artist. He's Shishta Slaying. James is incredibly talented, you know what I mean? He's a really, really good businessman. He's got a strong mindset. He knows what he's doing in this makeup game. And you know what I mean? Jeffree Star, in my opinion, was kind enough to tweet out, you know, compliment to James, you know, James always makes it look good or something like that. Like, you guys can look into it further, of course. This is just a brief synopsis. And, you know, a lot of people were making it a big drama, and I kind of think, you know, with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, aka COVID-19, aka there's still people in the world that are being kidnapped, there's still people in the world that are being forced into trafficking, there's still people that are being like shot out here. There's still people that are being stabbed. There's still people that are being raped. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's focused on COVID-19, but what about other issues that are still currently going on? You know what I mean? We can't forget everything else that's going on. I totally 100,000% understand that COVID-19 is a pandemic and an emergency. I understand that and I agree. But what I'm saying is we can't just completely focus on COVID-19 and not everything else that's going on in the world, because everything else, if it's left abandoned, will just become out of control. So it's, you know what I mean? Instead of handling the problems equally, we're handling it in groups, and that's just going to create bigger problems and bigger problems and bigger problems, if that makes sense. But, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So a lot of people were making a big ass drama about Jeffree Star and James Charles, and Jeffree's retweet of James's YouTube video or Charlie's tweet, I can't remember. I just think personally he didn't do it because he was being vicious or mean or vindictive. I think he did it because he was, you know, he's a grown adult, you know what I mean? He's what, 31, 32. He knows that, you know, the world is going through a tough time. Everybody's worried and panicking. It wasn't that long ago that James was on the chopping block himself, aka Dramageddon 2, where Tati Westbrook literally obliterated James, and you know, James come out about 6 months later. I remember him being, he had his blonde hair and he had that like denim jacket on, and he came out saying that it was a really tough time for him and it really took a toll on his mental health, took him to a dark place. So I think that Jeffrey took all that into consideration, and you know, thought, let me be an adult and let me not be a petty ass bitch, and let me just be real and let me just be upfront and say what's on my mind. And you know, if you felt like complimenting James, then I applaud that, because that's growth, that is maturity, and that is showing you are able to be the bigger person. So thumbs up to Jeffrey, and you know, maybe him and James can resolve their issues one day. Maybe they have, who knows? That's not my business. But you know, I wish them both the best. I really do. And it's nice to see something positive in a time where everything seems so um, foggy and confusing. So it's nice to see something that is positive. I do believe it was out of genuine positivity, but if you guys disagree or have a different opinion, you know, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's open a conversation and have a debate. And you know, maybe I can understand your point. Maybe you can understand mine. You know, it's always nice to get a second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. You know, amount of opinions. So that is it, you guys. You guys have, I've literally gone through all my notes. You guys wanted me to address all of this drama, and thank you so much. I don't know about drama. I just think YouTubers are messy these days, and I joined YouTube not for drama, but to kind of, you know, help myself, because I'm a little bit, but you know what I mean? I don't know. I just kind of feel like I can be myself on YouTube. I can be my wacky self. I can be my stylish self. I can be my presentable self. I'm just comfortable. And, you know, I don't see personally a reason to be fake, a reason to clout chase. Maybe I have a different mentality than a lot of these bigger influencers do. But, you know, who knows? I just do YouTube because YouTube is for me. YouTube is something I enjoy, and why the hell not? You know, like I said a few times in this video, YouTube is for everybody to use. You can do what you want, make whatever content you want. If you love it, I love it too. So I just wanted to conclude that video and say thank you guys so much for watching. Let me guys know if you enjoyed this, and we can make this a monthly topic. So I would look at really excited for that if you guys want that. So please subscribe. I have been Roger Spice, your host here for the Rum and Spice YouTube channel. La la la. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next one. And I love you guys so much. And thank you for the constant support. It really does mean a lot, and I do appreciate it. And I'm gonna try and get more content out. We're pre-filming at the minute, so bear with. You know, we're not being ignorant. And mwah.